Whop just got completely mogged by Skool. I know some of the younger Gen Z kids are definitely going to like that hook, but it's absolutely true. Skool just implemented a feature that no other company or other community platform has figured out. People have spent millions of dollars trying to solve this one problem, which is the problem of attribution. So just this past week, Skool released the traffic sources feature, which no other platform has been able to replicate thus far. We'll hop into my computer and I'll show you guys what it looks like. So here are the analytics for a community that I started a few months ago. And as you can see here under this new growth tab, we see a bunch of new analytics related to traffic sources. So Sam, one of the owners of Skool, talked about how it took the past 6 months to build out this feature. And again, this is super cool because no other platform like Whop or even the other top ones like Circle, they don't have anything like this. And the reason why this is so important is because for community owners, you can see now where your traffic is directly coming from. There's also a bunch of other data that we'll get into, but for myself and a bunch of other community owners that I've seen talk about this, there's been a common theme of being surprised at what the data shows, in that most people think they have an idea of where their traffic is coming from, but more often than not, there is an insight that you get around the percentage of traffic that's coming from somewhere that you didn't expect. For example, in my case, we see Instagram, Facebook, Skool network, and then direct traffic, which is either someone typing in directly, or if you're using URL shorteners, then that'll fall into the direct category as well. But just a quick run through. So we see visitors, right? So the total number of visitors and the percentage breakdown of each traffic source. We see the number of signups, and the really interesting one here is the conversion rate. So it's one thing to be able to see like how many people are coming from each channel, but if you can see the conversion rate, that's super insightful, because you may have, let's say, less people coming from whatever traffic source that you're not focusing on as much, but the conversion rate could be way higher from that source for whatever reason. Maybe your content is a little different on that, and the messaging from that content is resonating way better with the audience, and so the conversion rate is way higher. And so that insight can really shift how you proceed going forward with your marketing and what channels you focus on. And it can even affect the messaging, right? You could take the messaging from some other channel that's doing really well and then apply it to the other channels. So this is super interesting, and like I said, no other community platform has this. Whop, to my knowledge, doesn't have it. Circle doesn't have it. And so if you were thinking about starting a community and we're on the fence about which platform to pick, I think this feature by itself should sway a lot of people over to Skool, just because when you start growing your Skool community, this information is going to be super valuable. And the feature itself, they said they were going to continue to improve it. One really big point that they talked about was distinguishing between organic and paid traffic. So for example, if you have an Instagram and you post reels on it, but you also run ads, you'll be able to see a breakdown of the traffic coming from paid versus organic, which is super valuable if you run ads. So I just want to do a quick video giving a breakdown of the new feature. If you've been thinking about starting a community online, I think this new feature really does tip the scale in favor of Skool, and just another sign that you should go ahead and get started right away. And I'll end it right there. If you are thinking about starting a Skool community, but you don't know what niche to start it in, then click the first link below. I created a 10-minute decision test, which will help you within 10 minutes decide what niche to start your community in. There's a single question in there. Once you read the question, you'll really filter down all your choices of potential niches. And then there's a couple of subsequent questions as well, which will narrow it down just to a single niche. It's been really helpful to me and people that I've shared it with, so check it out. It's completely free, and even if that doesn't help you, which I can't imagine that I wouldn't, I will literally hop on a call with you and we'll talk about your niches and your different passions and whatnot. That way you walk away with the one niche that you can start your community with and you can get the ball rolling. Okay, so everything is completely free. If that sounds interesting, click the first link below. That's all I had for this video. I will see you in the next one. Peace.